For those of you sat around 30 to 35% body fat, I'm here to give you hope and, most importantly, inspiration of how this process is going to look from you going from that body fat percentage to 10% body fat. Because I can fully appreciate that that is a colossal task that you may think is really not even worth attempting because it is so big. So I'm going to walk you through week by week how your physique is going to change and going to look. There's not really too much of like, this is what we did, although that we did end up pulling off 29 kg in 22 weeks to get there. And you could say this is maybe best case scenario because this guy was an absolute savage and just got after it. He was from Norway, and he did not fuck around. Let's put it like that. So I don't know what they do up there, but they don't mess around. I can tell you that for free. So I'm just going to show you each photo from the front and how he progressed through that. I would show you the back bit, it'll just take too long to do so. So let's go through and show you week by week how he progressed. So notice how in this photo versus the last one, he actually looks a little bit softer. And you'll expect to see that because you'll start out 35% and you'll be quite inflamed and quite thick and full. As soon as you start to drop some kilograms, or that will all go soft and looser, you may look fatter. It's okay. It's normal. And I want you to pay attention to that. If you look softer, but your kilos are down on the scale a couple of weeks after, a week after, it's normal. It's okay. Even the week after that, if you still look soft, do not worry about it. Trust the process and keep going. Next week, again, nice drop. Had his haircut here, looking a little bit fresher. Week after, again, still no real change. We're now 4 weeks in here. We'd probably dropped about 6 kg. By the way, this guy was rocketing down at the time. Again, still, let me just also put the identical shot up here so we can see. Your next shot. Again, improvements for sure. Start to come in a bit. Start to see a little bit of the outline of where the abs are going to be. Our next shot here. Again, still like your physique at this point here, not really changed that much. Like maybe come down from like 33-ish to somewhere around 27 or so, I would say. Coming in the next week, again, still starting to take a little bit of shape, but still a load of adipose tissue here. Week after, again, still starting to take that shape, but look at the thick layer here that we needed to get off. Week after this actually here, we're starting to see some changes now. If you look across the chest, how much leaner that has actually got. Flatness is coming in around the midsection here, but we've still got that thick layer. Expect to see that for the longest period of time, and it will annoy you, but it's just the last place that it will go. But notice how the upper shelf now is really starting to lean out. Again, different lighting, different photos may make you look softer than you actually are, and again, anticipate that, and that's why you kind of want to take them at the same time, in the same location, at the same height and angle. You can see lighter in the day now. This one maybe with a pump starting to look thicker across the arms and the upper shelf, and again we're starting to neaten up and around this midsection point here. Now we're starting to take shape. Now he's looking sexual at this point here. So this is now coming from the 19th of July when we started out at the 26th of April. So it's 3 months on now. This is how his progress is starting to look. And you'd be quite happy with that 3 months on. And that's a big change. That's a nice change. Sure, we're not finished yet, but we're definitely moving in the right direction. Coming in now the 2nd of the 8th. Again, probably not the best shot to show you in terms of his leanness, but look at the lines that are coming through here. Now we start to also take shape. Obviously got the work pants on here. Abs starting to come through as well. Again, next shot. Now this is where we really start to take some shape here. Again, with the arms down. Bearing in mind, arms up will make you look leaner as well, by the way. So if you want to take photos like that just to keep your morale and your motivation up, you can see the difference. Like, for sure, yeah, he looks leaner in this shot here. Nice. But if you look with the arms up, look at the six-pack that's starting to protrude through here. This was a nice look. This is the first real shot of the potential I was seeing from his transformation. Same principle. Again, now we're starting to see some abs come through. And the colossal task is really starting to look better. Like, look at that horseshoe of a tricep. Absolutely dangerous. And again, arm up makes you look a little bit leaner. Obviously, we made him shave by the time he did his final shots. Really starting to come into his own now. Look at the ab structure we've got coming through here. Tricep looks nasty. Back's looking ripped up. And the front shot, we could have almost called it there and then, but we pushed on for one more week just to showcase a real nice result. And again, arms up. Looks really nice with the arms up. Big bicep pop through. Arms down. Back shot. And this is what's on offer. This is what's on offer if you go through that process. So I wanted to just paint the picture of physical picture. That is the transformation and the change you're going to go through. Notice in the beginning, you look softer. You look worse. Expect to look worse as you go through this. It's okay. What's important, are you dropping weight on the scale? If yes, then you're moving in a good space. If no, get an extra 10 minutes of cardio done per day or an extra 2,500 steps. Move the output needle first. Keep food as high as you can for as long as you can, because this is a rarity where it took 22 weeks, which is still best part of 6 months. So in most cases, it'll probably take a little bit longer. Don't use your food up too early, because if you do, you're going to have nowhere to go for it. You're going to be starving. You're going to need to run diet breaks, and you're not going to get to this point. Now, the disclaimer I'll give with this guy is he had clearly been training for a long time before it. There was muscle underneath. So when we started to pull off the body fat, it dropped really nicely, really quickly, and we had something underneath. You saw a video that I delivered the other day where we're starting with a guy that didn't have the same amount of muscle mass. It's a different story and a different approach he needs to take to there. So go and watch that video. It's a few days ago. You'll see the guy literally on there that's got 35% body fat on the thumbnail. So just go and watch that after this, and that'll explain the 3-step process, probably about an 18-monther that would take with this. But this is visually how you can expect to see your physique change if you do everything right. And yeah, it's not unfavorable to think that in 2025 you can go from 35% body fat to a six-pack. I've done many videos on mindset. Check out the last video, actually, or the video before that. Check out the video on 15 to 9% body fat. There's 2 mindset concepts in there which you can take away and implement, because you will need the mindset principles, most importantly, to get you to this goal. The fundamentals are there. Follow the tactics, the basic tactics. You probably know most of them. If not, you can find them on this channel, what to do anyway. The principles and the mindset is what's actually going to get you to the goal. So get after it. Change your fucking life this year. Change your physique, because your whole world will open up when you walk around with a six-pack and you have full-on confidence. So thank you for watching. I hope this gave you some inspiration. You can map out the journey now of where you need to get to. If you found it useful, subscribe. If you want me to do this for you, there'll be a link in the description, and you can book a call to take it from there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.